Twitch test 1, 2, and 3. Twitch test 1, 2, and... YouTube test 1, 2, 3. YouTube test 1, 2, 3. All right, hello, welcome to the stream. What's up? I'm on live on Twitch and on YouTube, so if you see comments or hear me talking to people that you don't see in the chat, that'll be why. Pick your platform. I would recommend YouTube because it looks better and there's no ads. Whereas Twitch, you get an ad every 6 seconds. That is 17 minutes long, so Twitch is awful. Just kidding, Twitch. I'm not kidding. The plan today is I'm going to do some weekly content, so some world quests, some daily quests or weekly quests, and mix that up with some delves and some mythic plus. Ideally on my warrior, I'd like to get a key or two done, but if I don't do that, I'll jump onto my paladin or my shaman to do some low keys on them, get that stuff done, and then first thing I'm going to do is jump into the Undermine and do the job thing that's coming up here in 3 minutes. And then I can turn that off. And then I'd like to, if I remember, every hour do the Nightfall Event on my alts. I did it on my warrior and my paladin. Just need to do it at least on my priest and my shaman just to get them loot as well. Quest for this first. God. For drinks this week, we've got Rosa Monster. I forget what it was called. I haven't had a sip of this yet, but let me take my first sip here. So I either have COVID or that tastes like nothing. Looks like an aftertaste. I guess it's kind of a sweet-ish aftertaste. Nah, it sucks. There's a couple new ones that I saw at the grocery store. So I got guava yesterday, which is okay, and I got this pink one, but not that great. And of course, as always, I have my premium H2O. It's actually double premium. They had a double premium at the grocery store today, or the other day, and I was like, no way. So first sip of double premium H2O. Oh my god! Wow. If you've ever had just regular premium H2O, double it. That's what that tastes like. Wow, that is fantastic. Cool. So I need to pick a dude. So the lowest dude I have is this guy here. So let's go for that. And then when I've got that, pick all these bad boys up. Alright. This real quick. All right. Okay, so we're getting. Oh, look how many things I have from here. Let me get my first job. Actually, just because it takes so freaking long, I'm just gonna. Yeah, it's actually just started perfect. Literally perfect timing. Go in here. Say his name and he appears. Oh, I didn't see the thing where it was going. This is the world quest. Wait, what? Wait, what do I do? Hold on, what am I doing? Job streak. I am at the heaps. I've arrived. Oh no, wait, no, I didn't. Over here. Whoopsie. Okay, just gonna dismount. That's fine. That's what I meant to do. Okay, yeah, just go ahead and keep dismounting me. I don't know what world quest I accept that dismounts me, but I hate it and I want it to disappear. Thank you. Dude, oh, this place, of course. Gotta go 17,000 miles around. Jesus. Okay, defeat whom? Goodness. That was way harder than it should have been. Also, my hair looks like that guy from... Uh-oh. That old kids show. With the Punisher and the slime. Oh my god, that's such a good show. I wonder if they have that on like, what do they do on YouTube or like full episodes, not just clips. I think they do have clips. Last time I checked, but I was able to find full episodes. Andale, yeah, oh. Did I not? Oh my god, because I took so long on this one, I didn't get the friggin' first reward or whatever. Wait, why am I getting so much? Oh, am I need to go away. Hey, Old Fury. Hey, Berserk. Chi. Is it Chi or Ki? I always forget. I'm gonna call you Berserk. How's your day? How's your Wednesday going? I'm already annoyed at this game. Let me go and pick this up. Okay. Next spot. Also, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I was talking about how I thought I got scammed on some rep for who are they called? Galagio? Because everyone in my guild was getting rep, or like they were like rank 7 or whatever, when I was going to, when I had like another 500 whatever rep away from rank 7. Sure enough, I logged in yesterday. What did I get? Immediately in chat, you've gained however like 500 or 400 whatever experience with Galagio. And now I'm correctly ranked. So, certainly was not imagining that. So that was nice. Club, thanks. Disabled, got all 12s done, very close to 3k. Nice. Need to do 3 to 4 13s. I'm done. Wow, nice. What is happening? Awesome. I remember everyone's were up to 9. Oh, because of the bugs yesterday? Or last week? With people logging on different alts and getting multiple reps. Not naming names, but guild. I figured they were going to get rid of that, so I was like, there's no point in even trying. What am I in combat with now, boy? Come on. There we go. But nice, that's awesome. Almost 3k, that's exciting. I gave up on my 3k after this past weekend. I was like, you know what, I'm not having fun with this, so I'm not gonna do that. Which is kind of liberating because it's like, I can do whatever I want now. I don't just have to play my warrior and get 3k. Actually, hold on, is Defective online? He's in a group though. I'll ask him later. I don't know what we're doing for a raid tonight. Hopefully not the full clear again. God, please. Also, I think they're trialing a new warrior. I swear to God, if he gets best in slots... Oh! Can you get weapons? You can get weapons from vaults. Are they rare or something? Because, I need to do this world quest, because it is driving me up the frickin' wall. Dismounting me the entire time. Wow. Okay, what am I looking for here? What do you want? I was here. God. When you do all 12s, they never go below 12 if you fail. Oh yeah, I forgot they did that. But still, I don't want to do that. Other thing too is like, if they fail, like sometimes you'll just wipe and they'll just disband. I have the chance for that. Which I imagine they won't fail then either, but like also I don't want to do that. Best in slot drops, just need to tell them that because you were waiting for it, yeah. I wish. Yeah, I looted my vaults yesterday. I already had this cloak, but I had it on heroic, so I just got the mythic track version of it. So got me one more eye level, so hopefully it'll make underpin a little bit easier. Which actually I wonder if I might try that. This stream. Oh, excuse me. Where's that thing going? I was already here though, wasn't I? Oh my god, I wasn't. My second one. Oh my god. Did they buff the market research stuff? Because I feel like they did. Where's the other one? Come on, show me the last one. Get me out of here. I can mount in here and not worry about it. Oh, losing it, losing it. There it is. Pretty much back to where I was. Cool. You can ask someone in guild who has 12s done and carry you. Yeah, I don't think I carried though anymore. This was last expansion, yeah, for sure. I'd like to do it myself though. I mean, if it happens, it happens. Like I'm not saying no, I'm not gonna do those keys anymore, but I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna pug them. I prefer to just do them with the guild if they're doing any keys. Can I like get rid of this real quick? Jesus. Okay, so trash compacted over here. The trial is not 670. That he shouldn't get any loot for playing the game. True. 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 I'll screenshot that. Screenshot that. Send it to my guild leader. Doop doop doop. Arrived where there? Doop 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 doop. Also, last week, on Wednesday when I was saying I'm getting sick, I ended up getting sick. I had a nice little cold there. It wasn't like terrible or anything. It was just mostly inconvenience. The first couple days, the worst part of my colds, which I'm assuming everyone has, but I don't know, maybe they don't. But the worst parts of my colds are usually the first couple days where it feels like I just have a loogie stuck in the back of my throat, especially when I'm laying down. So when I swallow, it feels like I'm not swallowing all of my saliva. And especially when I'm trying to fall asleep, it always feels like I'm choking. So that's the most annoying part of it. And then that went away, and then I went from having a dry nose to kind of a stuffy slash... What is this? Stuffy slash runny nose. So that sucked. So Sunday I started to feel okay, and then... Oh yeah, this is probably a rep. And then... Monday I was pretty much fine. Old people sick. Okay, dude. If I died from that cold, you'd miss me. You know you would. Where's this guy? Why is everything so not where I want it to be now? Thank you. Blackwater Cove. Nice. Absolutely nothing for that, but all right. Also, actually, I forgot. I need to check the WoWHead news that I've opened. I've been meaning to do that. I just needed to jump in and do this first. May as well get it done while I'm here. Oh god. Yeah, they really buffed. Was 100%? They really buffed the cartel reps because I'm already revered on that one. I should get revered. I should be getting. All my guys are like halfway through honored, so they should be getting revered each week. Which I think the last achievement, I don't know if there is one for Exalted, but the achievement to get them all to Revered should be done in... This week I'll have 2 out of the 4. Next week I'll have the 3rd one. The week after that I'll have the 4th one, so... Should get that. And then that'll be the longest one to get Exalted. As it always is, but still. Oh, yeah. Clean up the spots here. I would pay respect by contacting Blizzard and saying my account got hacked. Can I return to me? Wow. There. Your account. So what you're saying is that my account is worth something. And you're jealous of me. Okay. I mean, I get it. When you've been playing WoW for as long as I have, and you have as many great things on your account, and you're so good at the game, people want your account, right? Like, they want to have that status. Because they look at their own account. Like, you probably look at your own account, you're like, man, I guess. You look at mine like, oh my god. He's got a Spectral Tiger. He's got a Zulian Tiger. He has 7,001 alts. What? And you're just like, yeah, you know what? He has, what, 45,000 achievement points? What? So, I get it. Yep, I get it. I'd do the same thing if I were you. Alright, who am I killing here? Rug monster defeated. That's that upstairs, right? No, of course not. Why would that be? a logical place. It's a beanbag chair. Okay. Like, what is happening today? Rug monster defeated. What? Please, make this end. Oh, okay. Sure. Okay. Depends on your TCG mounts. I believe I have a Spectral Tiger, Swift, and if they release the regular Spectral Tiger just like through Twitch Shop or something like that, I'd have both, which would be funny. And then I think I've got the modeled Drake. I think they released from Twitch Shops. All the ones they released from Twitch Shops, I have those as well. I think I got one or two more from the auction house. I forget though. I need to rest. Actually, while I'm doing that, let's see. I think you can mounts, sources, trading card game. Here we go. So I have the Feldrake, obviously, Tiger, Ghostly Charger. That's not okay. I don't know why these are showing sources, trading card game. Okay, sure. I've got the Riding Turtle. And the White Riding Camel. So. I actually, oh my god, what was it? What was it? Was it this? One of the rockets. This one? No. One of the rockets. I forget what it was. It looks like this, but it's the trading card game rocket. WoWHead, back in like BFA, I think, on their Discord, was doing a giveaway for that. And I won the giveaway. But I didn't see the message or whatever. I didn't have notifications on Discord. And you had to like claim it within like 4 or whatever hours. I was at work. I didn't have Discord or whatever. I forget how it all happens, but I missed it. And I came home from work. I'm like, oh my god, I got it. And then I realized, no, they gave it away to somebody else because I didn't claim it in time. Oh my god, I would have been so pissed. I was so pissed. Like, what? Like, I get it, but also, like, work though, you know? Never forgot that one. That one pissed me off so much. I would just delete account data so it goes to void. Okay, that's just super disrespectful and kind of gives me a little bit of anxiety knowing that could possibly happen. Is with their work, you know what? Alright, let's go look at some WoWhead news. Let me go. Yes. Blizzard version of rotating assist Hekili coming to WoW in patch 11.1.7 WoWcast. Rotation. There will be a rotation assist in the base UI that can light up the next button. You should. Doesn't it kind of already do that when you proc? When you proc and you want to do the thing you procced? Okay. The goal of this is not supposed to be optimal. It's supposed to be optimal, but it's supposed to be useful in the game. Same way people use Hekili. About Turtle WoW? No. What is that? Add-ons and competitive content. We all agree that if you want to be the best you can, I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger, because you know, old eyes. If you want to participate in competitive content, there are certain add-ons that are required. One day, there's a hope that you can customize your UI and quest helpers in more seamless sentence. But when you're going into competitive content, there's no sense you're holding yourself back if you're not using add-ons. There's a lot of steps to get there, and the next steps are to continue to build up the base UI functionality to shrink the gap. At the end, they are probably going to have to rein in some of the functionality of add-ons to real-time in-combat problem solving. Oh. Auto, coordination, communication are in ways that are always going to be better. Complexity of raid encounters are definitely affected by add-ons. They used to do coordination mechanics more, but haven't recently. The goal is disarmament. Down the line, broader restrictions on what information add-ons can access to combat events in real time, but they can't do it now on the UI front, but also, wow. So they've basically committed to saying that they're trying to get rid of boss mods. Huh. I'm okay with that, honestly. I hate boss mods. If Blizzard makes it, here's the thing. If they make fights where it is clear, absolutely crystal clear, that you have something on you, like this red circle around you, I know it's on me because there's a red circle around me, there's a giant arrow above my head, and my screen turns a different color. I know I have this thing. I need to either get away from the raid or get with the raid to soak this. If they do that, perfect. If they make mechanics, or let's just say you need to spread out for something, or you need to stack up for something, or you need to do something that's very coordination required, if they make it so that you have the time to do that, you have time to react to not only seeing the ability come up on the screen, but saying, okay, but having a second be like, to have your brain say, okay, this is what I need to do for this mechanic, and then being able to actually execute what you need to do. Let's just say 10 seconds, right? If they give people enough time to do that, great. From there, they can continue making fights as they do now. If anything, just make them. I don't know. I don't even know how much. Like, I don't pay attention to how like time they are. If it's like kind of everything comes out like every 30 seconds or whatever. But like, either make it so it's based off of a specific energy the boss has, or mana, or health, or whatever, or make it time based, or mechanics will come out. Add spawn every 45 seconds. The boss does his frontal every 20 seconds, or whatever it is. And that way, it's kind of like playing Dark Souls or playing any other game where there's a boss. Like, you just go in, die, you're like, okay, I died at 80%. This is the fight up to 80%. It's always going to be that part up to 80%. Then you just keep wiping and wiping and wiping until you learn the fight. Like, you don't need add-ons for that. You just need to like understand why you died and not do it again. So I love that. I played without a boss mod for a little bit in Dragonflight, which, I mean, I was getting carried in my guild and I was doing LFR, so it's not really necessary. It would definitely come in handy in Mythic, but like, I would love so much, so much if they got rid of that. Because I personally love the, like, who's the last boss? Gallywix. I love so much that they did not have a test for that. I love so much that the Dungeon Journal didn't have anything for Mythic on that, and guilds had to go into that, or I guess Liquid had to go into that, not knowing anything about that fight. I love that. If they could somehow also make it so that you can't make guides on YouTube for it, and you have to, like, they don't have like a Dungeon Journal, just go in and pull. Go in and see what happens. I would love that. I wish, like, if there was a guild that did that, where it was like none of our players used boss mods, none of our players watch videos, none of us read the Dungeon Journal, we figure this stuff out as it goes on, if it's even possible to do that. I would love to be like a very casual player in that guild raiding. Because that's how I would love to experience the game. It's like going in for the first time, kind of like Classic. Like, I never played Classic, but like back then there was like, if anything, you had forums, like, or people writing out how to do stuff. But like, for the most part, people went in and pulled, and that's why the bosses were easier, because there wasn't like, it could be easier, but like you had to wipe to figure stuff out. So I don't know. I'm very okay with that. It's a private server. Oh yeah, this is Turtle WoW. It's a private server that is vanilla. What if it stayed vanilla like Blizzard wanted back in the day? Pretty cool version of WoW. It's a private server that's vanilla. What if? Isn't that just what Classic is? Then isn't there like an actual Classic before changes server that Blizzard has? I don't play Classic, so I don't know for sure. This rotation thingy they want to add is for people who have no fingers and eyes. They need to get rid of boss mods because encounters are made around them. Yeah, I definitely agree. I don't play with DBM or boss mods. I mean, I think it's definitely possible. At least on Heroic. And I mean, everyone else plays with that stuff on Mythic, so if anything, people are going to be calling it out in Discord, so it might be something you can play without even on Mythic. No, it's different to Classic. You have to tell me how, because I don't play Classic, and I don't really know that much. But improvements to the base UI. Let me grab a sip here. You have high elves? Okay, hold on. I'm confused. Maybe I'm just misunderstanding, because what if private server that is vanilla, but what if it stayed vanilla like Blizzard wanted back in the day, but they have high elves? So it's not like vanilla. Moving on. Improvements to the base UI. They want to build their own features of popular things down the line. DBM bigwigs, details, nameplate improvements. Please, God, for that. If there's a mechanic that requires you to do something between 4 to 7 stacks only, that's not a reasonable ask with this base UI. If there's a mechanic that requires you to do something between 4 to 7 stacks only, that's not a reasonable ask. What does that mean? If they remove computation add-ons, they can remove some mechanics and keep the same level of challenge. Actually, really quick while I'm here, just jump on my Shaman, I think, to do the Nightfall. Damage meters. It is the most popular add-on in the game. The majority of players have one installed. It's important information to have. They know that in a world where they limit real-time combat tracking, they would need to provide that to players. They also know that if they do it themselves, they can do it right without issues like phases or ranging. Yes. I am all for Blizzard implementing stuff into the game themselves so I can get rid of add-ons. Especially if it's a less computational requirement on my computer. I would love that. Audio and visual aids. Audio prompts are super valuable to people and that's something they want to add support for. This was feedback that they heard about the 1.5 cooldown manager. One of the things that they've struggled on is telegraphing the importance of certain mechanics. Yep. One of the things that they want to do is flag high priority interrupts in Mythic Plus. Interesting. I'm down for that. A world without add-ons. In a world without add-ons. In a world without add-ons. That's me. That's my intro. It's my invite. That's me also. Still. Okay. Encounters could have mechanics that don't require everyone. Things are slower. There's more time to react organically. Like I was saying. Yep. The goal is to preserve challenge while living in a different world. Every mechanic will have to be designed in a different way. Everything cosmetic should be completely fair game. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm definitely with this. I think the first person I think of when I read something like that is Asmongold, who has been preaching this since like 2016. So vanilla with cut content, that never happened. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. That's a cool idea. I like that. See, that's the thing. One thing that I thought they might do with Classic is eventually make it kind of like Season of Discovery, but like more like continue building on that and make like Classic its own. Like let's spin off Classic into its own like alternate universe where instead of BC we go just stay Classic and do all this other stuff. Cool. No, I'm that's I like what I hear there. So we'll see when all that add-on stuff comes out, but yeah. Alright, WoW's first customizable pet. What? You get to customize... So this is just for completing the Traveler's Log next month. Nice. I mean, it's base cute. Wow. Wow, this is so cute! I mean, cute. Cute. Wow. This. This. Please. Wow. Oh my gosh, dude. Hasn't played since End of Shadowlands. Cool dog, but not gonna use it anyway. Yeah, but dude. He hasn't played since Shadowlands, but he's been talking about the add-on stuff forever. Class bug fixes an easier Nightfall score. Real time. Resto fixed an issue causing damage from Acid Raid to not generate threat or aggro enemies. Warrior's Arms Juggernaut is now a track buff. Cool. Explosive Hearthstone, don't care. Fixed an issue running a Murtrasil, don't care. Nightfall Scenario implemented additional tuning to help players that are finding it hard to earn points. Okay, added improved tracking. Flames, Radiance were now titles removed. Only 2 titles remaining. What? What's the point of this then? Players noticed that most of these titles did not make it live. Yeah. So you only get Sentry and Sacred Templar? I mean, Field Sacredite's kind of cool. Arrow Knight. Flame Guard. Beating off a Sacred Templar. Yeah, I mean... Yes. It must do mailbox, auction house, repair, and transmog for it to be normal, or to useful for a normal MAL player. Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, imagine a pet like that though. Damn, you make a killing off that selling that. PvP equipment item level will increase automatically with Season 2 Turbo. With Turbo Boost update on May 14th, we will update the PvP item level bonuses to follow with the other changes being made. Oh, that's me. That's my invite. I need to move this. Holy. Do I have the quest? Did I open that? I did. Go, 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 go. Legacy. Oh, this is player housing stuff. Blizzard working to restore personal resource display buffs. Yeah, I don't use that, so I don't care. Real-time combat event. Add-on plans to be... This is... Yeah, we talked about this. Yep, that's cool. Blizzard intends to create in-game versions of popular add-ons. We just talked about that. Cool. And this is the player housing stuff that I wanted to get into. So let me open up the original, and then I'll check that out after the event here. Boom. I miss days when he streamed WoW and Asmon. Dude. This was back in BFA, I think. It was like right when the pandemic started, I think. I would be working and I would just have Asmon playing in the background. If I didn't watch him live, I would go, like, I'd turn on the stream from the day before and just watch that. I loved watching Asmon stream. Wow. Like, I don't watch streams, but he's like one of the only people I've ever actually watched stream. I loved his streams. It's a shame what all happened there with him not liking WoW anymore. It'd be cool pets if you had to earn it by doing certain things in game. Well, technically you do. Unless you're talking about the auction mailbox, whatever pet. Wait, is this bugged? Wait, hold on. Why is this? There we go. Okay. I like getting a few professions maxed out. But what if you already had professions maxed out though? Unless you're talking again about the special pet. I like feast achievements. Feast. Unless you mean feats. I played Fury then. I'm pretty sure I played Fury most of the time. I need to get my arms thing going, man. I keep saying I do, but I really gotta. What is the actual objective here? What am I looking for? Overall mission. Do I have a mission? Excuse me. Oh my god. Doing back for last expansion of WoW. When's that? What do you mean? Last expansion of WoW? That's not gonna happen ever. WoW's gonna go forever. He usually checks out every expansion at the start of it, doesn't he? What am I doing? What is the? Isn't there supposed to be like an objective here? Am I just in the wrong? Come back and go back in. Looking at percent. Yeah, but there's no like. Usually there's like objectives here to figure out what exactly I need to do. Yeah. Like, oh, there we go. Use bombs to close Surukai burrows. There we go. Now it has it. Yeah. See. There's the yellow thing on the map now. Defend against new waves of skidwars. Or is it over here? I probably should have. Looted my vault first before coming out here, so I can know what to get from the vendor. Because I don't have to come back after. Yeah. That's not even a guy I have to kill. Shoot, shoot. We only got last 2 expansions after this one. That concludes Titan Azra's story. You think WoW's gonna end after not midnight? What's the next one? The Last Titan or whatever? No shot. That's just the trilogy, dude. You need to do service award objectives or pointless. Yeah, this just gives like, yeah, resonance crystals, gold, and all that. I don't really care about that. I just want to finish the actual event, but rather than just AFKing, figure I'll contribute. I love so much when people do this. And they add like all the druids together, all the hunters together, warriors are together, shamans, all the blues. Oh, I love that. But it won't be the same? What do you mean? I want to be the same. Same as Lich King? I mean, Kata kind of started, well, I guess Group Finder came out in Wrath. But I feel like Kata really pumped up the casualness of everything, didn't it? I don't, unless you know something I don't. I just don't think that lose the thing again. That the what's it called? That the last Titan, the last Titan, is that the last expansion? I don't think that's gonna be as like as, that's just a story that's ending. I don't see what they could do that would kind of end a specific era of WoW. I feel like even with after Wrath, it kind of just felt more like a story ending than anything else. Oh, story, but yeah, okay, there we go. That makes more sense. Yeah. Then they need to set up new villains that not going to be interesting or important like Shadowlands. If you're saying Shadowlands was interesting or important, but it was neither of those things. So let's just call a spade, you know. I'm sure they will. I mean, stories like on the list of things that matter to me in WoW is very much so on the bottom, but I'm sure they will. They've from what they've said anyway, they're already planning on the next, what, 4 or 5 expansions, so I'm sure they've got a whole thing there. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be as bad as I honestly have enough faith in Blizzard to not put out another Shadowlands. Like, that was top to bottom, from gameplay to story. I mean, mostly story. Like, from what I paid attention to, was just abysmal. I have enough faith in them that they're not going to do that. Especially with Metzen back at the helm. How is this guy getting so much Warbound gear? What the hell? Got you. I don't know where. Kind of just. I said I wasn't AFKing, but I'm kind of just AFKing apparently. Jesus. Fall back to the rallying point. You got it, buddy. Why are your voice trembling when you say you got faith in them? I feel like you know it's gonna. I have faith in them. I don't know. I feel like that was so bad that it was like Like that was one of those, like, you know, like you ever been driving or you ever like done something where something happened and immediately after you're like, oh my god, I could have died. Like that, just a split second later, I could have died. I feel like that was one of those expansions. Like, oh my god, that was so bad. Like it could have been, like it could have ended us. How are people still here? We need to never do that again. And so like after that moment, you drive better forever the rest of your life because you always remember that one moment. Or like you handle knives better or whatever. It's like, I don't want to play with this because like the one time if I didn't do it right, I would have died. I feel like that was that for them. It was bad at that. Yeah. They forgot Drust Story even. I don't know what the Drust Story was, but Drustvar was a 6 zone in PFA. I think I have so many pictures still, or screenshots of Drustvar. That was such a nice looking zone. So is the service award stuff just personal? Yeah, okay, it is. Gotcha. Oh, I'm a healer. Wistwaker the Seeker, I got you, buddy. Just lagging my ass off, nice. Oh yeah, I got this from... Oh, nice. That's a pretty big upgrade on the 584. I got that from the theater troop. I'll wait to do that. Loot that later, or put that on later. It is, and it's the most important thing while you do this. Objectives are like whatever. But the service awards are the most important thing? Nah. Are these pets? Is that what these are? Yeah, okay. Did they buff this guy's health? I feel like last week he was dying so fast. They give rep in items. That's unfortunate. What is my rep with them? Yeah, I'm fine. Looks like I have all the weekly quests. I'm fine. The ones that are like the objective to like what is this? Contribute to Nightfall objectives. Those are stuff here, right? Yeah, like the ones that are like to use the bombs to close the whatever, or the ones that aren't just defeat the swarms. Those are hard because everyone like the items on the ground. One person uses it, it goes away. So like I'm just flying around trying to use it, but I can't. So don't bother. Cool. GG's, thanks, boys. Wait, did I not hand in? Oh, okay, sure. What's over here? Yep. So grab that. What did I get? I got... Oh yeah, just this. I thought it was going to be some loot, but it didn't. I'll come back and use that because I got to check my vault, but whatever. Just hit mobs. Yeah, next time. Got the 63. Alright, so I only need like what? 40%? Is that 23%? Oh, I got 40%, so I need like 60% before I go into that boss. Alright, easy enough. Next time. Actually, let's go. How long has it been? Like almost an hour. Let's go do this. Let's finish off the. Let's just start with doing the this pet battle world quest is a bit. Let's do the pet battle world quests here that are gonna expire today, and then I'll go do some delves. Maybe one at least. Precision power drill. Even check. Yeah, I know. I want to do it for the weekly video. I don't want to like find all this stuff. I'll just do it later. Yeah, that group had a whole bunch of them. Shamans and at least shamans and hunters at least. They'll just be quests and all of them. I did that already. Did it yesterday. It's like an hour. I got the 5, or I guess 3 new pets and the 2 new transmugs. Fortunately, my guild leader was telling me to do the battle for Azeroth quests because they're, I guess, quicker, so I just went there. And it was nice because on Horde it was like, I think 2 of the things were in Zuldazar, 1 in Nazmir, and then the last 2 were in Vol'dun, and then just flew right back. So, not bad at all. Got those pets. I think I'm almost at 1,400 pets collected. Yeah, only 16 more. Not bad. This is coming up soon. We're doing May's tomorrow, so I think it starts June. Hype. My pet. Oh, I'm so happy about this, dude. Look at my pet battle. My pet battles was like, I think. Yeah, it was under my where this profession bar is. It was less than my profession bar, and it looks so bad. I have to get these 2 up for sure. But man, only 40 more achievements left. The ones that are gonna stay for sure are PvP ones. I'm just never gonna do that unless I. Well, I would never win trade, right? That's against the rules, and so I would never do that, right? No. But those achievements are definitely not getting done. So. Boom, 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 boom. We've got Collector Denna. Oh my gosh, there's so many quests. Also, I started watching season 5, I think, of Fargo. Finally that show got good again. Oh my god. Season 1 was just incredible. 2 was 3 was, I think 3 and 4 were just make it end. Please go back to being good again. And then season 5, I'm like 2 episodes in, I'm like, yeah, good. Finally, something great again. So it's got John Hamm in it, and I think her name is Juno. Kaylee from that soccer show, Ted Lasso. What I'm saying. So that's been good, and watched a crap ton of wrestling this past week. Enough sleep. Good night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Thanks for coming out, hanging out. Have a good night. Love you. Bye. Let's go bump. And then, so what I was doing the other day is I was trying to figure out how much time in a day do I need to like be able to do all the things that I want to do. And it was something like, it's like all the stuff now, but it was like, I think it was 7 hours. I think it was like all the stuff I wanted to do plus like all the like just the chores I do throughout the day, throughout the week. Like, oh cool, 7 hours. So I just need to like finish work at like 11 o'clock. Cool, no big deal. Yeah, just do that. It's just like I want to play. Like I'd like to play WoW for like at least 2 hours, right? Just kind of get enough done. I feel like 1 hour is fine, but like 2 hours is kind of decent. And then I want to do like an hour to be able to play another game or like just browse Reddit or something like that or whatever I feel like doing. Is like scroll through shorts on YouTube or whatever. With like an hour to edit videos that I'm constantly working on. Time to cook and clean. Time to shower. Time to go for my walk. Do my guitar practice. Watch some wrestling. And something else. Yeah, all that equated to a lot of time. So I bought a planner last year. No, it actually for like I think for like a week or two. It was like a month. I would write out what I was doing every day, just so that way I could schedule it, and that way I knew what I was doing and when, and that way I could kind of also be like, you know, I want to work, I want to do these, you know, work on whatever or like do these things. I can kind of schedule it in this time slot. I think I might have to bust that out again just to like figure out where I want to split up my time, because like yesterday I was like I kind of want to do like 4 different things at once, and I'd like pick one. I was like, this sucks. I don't know. Oh, I knew I didn't put the right team on. Whoa, Zergak? Yeah, there we go. Boom. Oh, there's a delve right here. I can do that one. Nice. Do that one at 11. Which one is this again? I don't remember. That's the sinkhole, I think. Sinkhole, I think hole. Yeah, that was lackluster. That pink monster. I would have rather just not tasted good than not taste like anything. Ooh, and actually what I can do, since I'm already at the delve here, what I can do is do this one, and then delve a bot to the next one. And then maybe after that I'll jump onto my probably my paladin. Do a dungeon on him. Unless there's some what are they doing? They got 1, 2, 3 of them bad boys. And yesterday was the first day where I was able to go outside with all shorts, t-shirt and shorts. And today, of course, it's back to sweater weather. Like, oh, okay. No big deal. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to figure out or do. This. Azeroth Living, a look at housing rewards. At the end of a previous article, we asked a few questions. You see all that? Okay. Regarding the source of decorations, how professions fit in. Today we're going to answer those questions, talk through our philosophies. I'm just finishing up the pet battle here real quick. Whatever, before we start, your disclaimer, this is still a work in progress. Yeah. Similar to how our housing pillar of long-lasting journey players should expect the collection of decor to be just that, a journey. The collection of that perfect room and house is something to strive towards, not run to a vendor and complete on day one. Fair. Furthermore, this journey should be engaging and possible for most players, regardless how hardcore or not they may be. Put another way, getting any single piece of decor should eventually be possible, but getting everything should be incredibly difficult. I don't like to use the word incredibly difficult here, but okay. Core gameplay variations. Similarly, we want to reward decor through a wide variety of our core gameplay in WoW. We don't want decor to come from one housing-specific activity, though some will, but instead meet you where you are, however you choose to enjoy the game, whether that's solo questing, crafting with professions, and using the auction house, running dungeons with your friends, or raiding with your guild. Reverence for the past. Some of you may have been playing for 20 years. And we want that time to feel worthwhile. Your past adventures and time spent in Azeroth means your collection will have a leg up, and you won't start from square one when you first purchase a house. Thank you. That's great, but what does it mean in practice? It's about the journey, not the decoration. The progressive journey principle means that the majority of decor types, like a chair, bed, shelf, are considered commodities and are readily available from vendors. Other players via the auction house, spoiler, questing, and so on. If you want a wooden chair, it's very easy and inexpensive to acquire. Next, there's investment decor, which are generally more niche items in either theming, looks, or appeal, which require more time and/or cost investment. Examples could be a sparkling fountain, with particle effects or magical books that flap about on their own. Cool. Lastly, there are what we think of as trophies. These are things that require skillful play, cooperation with other players, and/or larger time commitments. Think along the lines of Mythic Plus and raid rewards or long-term achievements. If you're looking to mount Nyx's head on the wall, you'll have to defeat her and take it. Make sense? One of the powerful aspects of decorations is that since it's cosmetic by nature, placing hard-to-acquire things throughout the game gives players reach goals that don't hamper their character development and they're free to pursue, or not, just like mounts and transblocks. That said, it should be easily obtainable to kit out your home on day one to strike the vibe you're looking for without too much effort. Your decor journey should start out awesome and continue to be that along the way. Okay, varieties of spice of life. When we first were drafting this article, there was a line that read, "Where can I get decor?" Yes. While pithy, it's not far from the truth, either when it comes to a second principle of core gameplay with variations. Decor should come from everywhere and everything. We want you to find decor rewards in all sorts of gameplay, not just single avenue that you feel forced to interact with over and over. For example, with a specific jade inlaid bookshelf might come from While a specific jade inlaid bookshelf might come from a particular quest and paying area, other bookshelves could come from vendors, professions, or other varied forms of content. Okay, it's a little thing. I didn't see what this. This is just the dungeon journal with stuff in it. Yeah. Thanks, past self. What do we got here? 28,000 achievement points in this picture. Disgusting. What kind of a player did they get here? So defeating an Nixie in less than 5 minutes rewards the head. Cool. Well, all right. Finally, the principle of reverence for the past encapsulates a few things. All the time spent in Azeroth is worth something. We're leveraging legacy reps, professions, and more. If you achieved something in the past, we want to embrace that spent time. If you've raised your reputation to exalted to someone, you'll be able to purchase their goods right away. If you completed an achievement 10 years ago that rewards a new piece of decor today, you'll be granted that piece of decor on login. Thank you. Legacy decor should be well integrated into the appropriate existing content and not feel crowbarred in. For example, using the local systems and currencies of a piece of related content, such as Mechagons, junkyard tinkering, when it makes... Sorry, I read that, but I wasn't listening to what I said. Legacy decor should be well integrated into the appropriate existing content and not feel crowbarred in. For example, using local systems and currencies of a piece of related content, when it makes sense and it's available. What? I don't understand. So, what do they say? I don't understand what they're saying with this. Should be well integrated into the appropriate existing content and not feel crowbarred in. For example, using the local systems. So, they're gonna make us do this, or they're not? To buy housings? I don't know. I literally have no idea what they just said. We're not going to have the decor equivalent of transmog runs. We're still working through what this means in practice. Is it only available during time walking? Capitalized I, cringe. Is there something more deterministic we can do, etc.? But the thought of someone farming a mount for years across multiple characters every week, finally earning it, and then being told, well, time to go back and grind for the couch is rough. We'd like to avoid this. Thank God for that. Hearkening, again, if I had to do friggin' like Ulduar again, I mean, love it, but come on. Hearkening, again, back to the long-lasting journey pillar. We're going to continue fleshing out decor from past expansions in future patches, and they will be earnable via the appropriate content of their expansion. One thing we'd like to give you a heads up about is that we intend to offer decor rewards for past expansions meta achievements. Ooh. We do intend... Okay, if you think you might be a decor completionist, it's worth starting these in your downtime. On it. Trust me, I'm a professional. We're not going to bury the lead here. Decor will be crafted by all existing non-gathering professions instead of creating a new profession solely dedicated to it. Okay. I thought they were going to do like artist or artisan or something like that, or like some sort of housing profession. Each profession will be able to craft a few pieces of appropriate decor from each expansion using that expansion's version of the profession. To craft something from Misc, you need a relevant profession. Okay, got it. To craft something, players will need not only the required recipe and skill level, but they will also need to gather a new type of decor crafting specific reagent per expansion, as well as any required reagents from that expansion. In general, like most profession-made goods, crafted decor can be traded to other players or sold on the auction house. Some examples of what professions will be able to make: blacksmithing creates decor made primarily of metal, enchanting is magical stuff, jewel crafting is like gems and whatever. Two of the points above should be underscored. Your professions and their levels from the past expansions matter, and so do some of the reagents from those expansions. You know, just in case you're looking for something else to do in between now and the launch of housing. So... I like that. I like that they're making it so that old professions are usable. They're making it so that something like the enchanting materials from Wrath of the Lich King and like copper ore are going to be useful again. Happy about that. Curious how long that'll last. I feel like obviously housing stuff will always be useful, but after a certain while, I feel like there's like how much of it is really going to be like after a year. Like, are you still going to be seeing people like constantly buying this stuff? I don't know. We'll see. But I do like that they're doing something that it makes it so that your old professions are back to being used again. Love that. Some light housekeeping. Want to mention a smattering of related but smaller things as well as before we wrap up. Decorations are only placeable if you have enough of them based on how many you've collected. If you want to place 4 chairs, you need to collect 4 chairs. Furthermore, collect it. Hold on. Furthermore, collected decorations are shared across your entire account, so anything you collect on any character of any of your game accounts is shared across all of them. If you have 4 fountains and place 3 of them on the lawn of your alliance house, your horde house will have only 1 available to place. I don't like that. First of all, I hold on. What was this thing with the vendor? Adds this decor to your. So do I have to buy one of these if I want to like use Stormwind Hall Rug? If I want 6 of these, do I have to buy 6 of these, or do I unlock this with this? Because what I was saying earlier, professions, then it's always going to be a thing that people are going to need because they need couches and stuff. But like, don't like that if it's like you have to buy, you know, from the vendor or like the auction house, 17 chairs if you want 17 chairs. I'm also kind of don't like that it's just 2 houses basically. So there's an alliance house and a horde house. I kind of wouldn't mind having like character specific stuff because like on my mage, I'd want it to be more ethereal. On my warlock, I'd want it to be more demonic. My warrior maybe more like, I don't know, metal? I don't know. But like, I'm not sure how I feel about that. On the flip side, there's a concept of unique decor that you can only place once, no matter how many copies of it you have. It doesn't make sense, for example, to place 9 copies of a Nyxia's head on your wall, despite, yeah, fair. You'll note a mention of housing-specific activities earlier. That might be better worded as neighborhood-specific activities. Don't know what that's about. We've committed to an ongoing release of new decorations, going both backwards in previous expansions as well as forward with new ones. What do you want to see? Thanks so much for reading. We have plenty more to cover, and as usual, please keep sending your feedback both about rewards as well as what you're looking forward to hearing more about. We'll be at PAX East on May 9th for the Warcraft 30th anniversary celebration. Hopefully we'll see some of you there. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe to WoWholics101 on YouTube and to Mosic LOL on Twitch. Wow, they always had that, and I'm always like shocked that they do, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much for that, Blizzard. That was kind of interesting. I think the first update they did was kind of really roped me into player housing. That one just kind of gave me some more info, which is nice. Like I said, I do like the idea of professions being usable from old stuff. Like for example, when I do time walking on for classic or BC, I can like disenchant that gear and get era specific enchanting mats and actually sell those instead of just selling the gear. So that would be great. Why is the game so frozen? Okay, so we're just gonna freeze it up. Okay, I guess this application stopped running. Yeah, I do want to end that task, but if you could just task manager, that'd be great. Okay, not sure what happened there.